I think this one's pretty good. And Racers take the series. The crowd goes wild. The arena is packed full. Look at that. The champs of last week have been knocked out.
Esports United and the Epic Marshmallows of Doom, please report to the field. Esports United and the Marshmallows of Doom.
Guys, FPS pros literally don't matter. You're shooting paintballs in a scuffed ass 5M mod, man. Relax. Hey, what's that?
Hey, where are you?
So go to the right. There's like a watchtower.
Oh, you're up top on that? Okay. Oh,
I'm at the bottom.
see you.
Yeah, we can go over here.
Okay. You
So
ready
what
for this?
yeah, what the fuck's going on?
All right. So, first and foremost, be very careful who you share this with, because this entire set of circumstances is a side effect of people getting overexcited, oversharing information, and then somebody talking to the cops.
Okay.
Have you spoken with Dre yet?
I spoke to her a little bit, but it was very, I don't want to say vague, but
Hello?
hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I spoke to Drea a little bit, but she didn't really seem like to know what the fuck was going on.
All right. So, you know how like sometimes some like bad shit is going on and you try to tell people nicely, like, hey, you probably shouldn't be here, but then they don't really listen, and then you got to be like a real dick?
Yeah.
Well, let's just say that sort of circumstance happened at the casino lately, but I couldn't convince the Drea to leave. And as a side effect, okay, so a block was shot at the casino. Drea was there.
Yeah.
And then everything seemed to have been okay, but the problem is there's some like, so I don't know all the details, but it seems like the blocks have an issue with the casino. And there's this like weird vengeful arc between like Jimmy and the blocks. And I guess some of them snitched to the cops. And so there must have been like an investigation going on for some time. Now, up until now, remember, this is happening a couple days ago.
Okay.
Now, fast forward. Trying to remember the chain of events here. So, one of the blocks ended up getting caught selling cocaine. Do you know anything about cocaine right now?
I mean, not really. I heard that people are calling it G Fuel and shit like that.
Yes, exactly. So there's a lot of G Fuel being sold in the casino. There's apparently been some undercover cops inside.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's like a mess. You know what I mean? It's got, you know, it's a 15-year-old kid. There's like, you know, it's whatever. right? So I've been trying to stay away from that entire thing, but I still, hear about this stuff. Well, outside the fact that Jimmy's somewhat related to me, but that's another story altogether. So what ends up happening is, I guess some of these deals went bad. Some block was caught selling coke at the apartments. And then he ended up snitching on Otto, on Sophia, on a number of individuals.
Damn,
I then got caught. Yeah. Now, I don't know anything about this up until this point, until a individual whom I don't want to name because he's already freaking out, ended up giving me some information, telling me that the deal had gone bad and that there may have been an interrogation taking place. Parallel to this, me, Harry, and Mando are boosting. Harry gets in a shootout with the cops. Mando gets put in cuffs. I go and save a boosted car. Now, I get away, and these two are in jail, so I end up calling this guy named Monty. I barely know him. He's a lawyer. I call him a number of times. He doesn't answer. He eventually texts me. He's in interrogation or he's busy at Mission Row. I don't remember the exact text he sent back. I'll have to talk to you later. I say, okay. Fast forward, I get a phone call from Hooker Block. Hooker Block is freaking out, and she's saying she's about to get raided. She's got coke, all this kind of stuff, and she's got to move it in a storage locker. She's calling me because I sell.
Okay, so Hooker Block is a female.
She's a female, yeah.
Okay.
She's she looks. I mean, she looks like skimpy dress with like fucking STIs like on her mouth or something. But anyways, she's freaking out, and I'm over here like on the phone like responding like I'm like, listen, I think I'm being recorded, right? Because at this point, like I already have a feeling like, what if my name is in the mix, and who calls you saying that they need to move a bunch of illegal shit and coke into a store? Like, I'm completely convinced she's in interrogation. So I'm very like, direct. I'm like, we don't deal with this kind of stuff. Like we if you're telling me you're getting raided and you got illegal stuff, we can't do business with you, etc., etc., etc. And eventually this bitch goes and tells me that the cops are chasing her in the middle of this conversation. And she's with someone else in the car. Yes. And,
oh my God.
Yeah. And so I'm just like, number one, why are you calling me? Probably for the storage locker, but why are you divulging all this information to me? Right. And I still don't know at this point in time whether she's being recorded or whether this is truly happening, because it's so like bizarre. Right. And so I asked her, like, I was like, are you in interrogation? Are other people in interrogation? Like, what is this? Why are you giving me this fucking weird phone call? Like, anyways, we, conversation ends.
Guys, Neil likes being a storyteller, man. We're on someone for a reason.
I get another
Relax.
phone call from her, and she, if I'm not mistaken, is outside prison, and she has found out that a guy named not Roadblock, like Enzo Block or something like that, was in Mission Row PD and was snitching, and he brought up my name, which I have no involvement with any of this shit, Otto's name, Sophia's name, Drea's name, Wingman's name, pretty much like the 6 or 7 people that were at the casino. And bear in mind, I was masked and shit at the time Jimmy's girlfriend, who's a block, was shot.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. And she is upset that, number one, he snitched and put the Block family into a position where they have lost trust and a connection to the casino. So, and she's asking me, I don't know what to do and this and that. And I'm just like, I'm not gonna give. Like these people are fucking
Man,
crazy.
you're
They're the
literally a
fucking
year
blocks,
sub
right?
being a dumbass, bro. Relax.
So I'm very careful with my words, and I tell her like, listen, I'm trying to be like consoling him. I'm like, listen, like I understand, family means a lot, and sometimes things happen, and people make mistakes and whatever. You're just gonna have to find a way to take care of it. Phone call ends. I get a phone call from Monty like an hour later.
The lawyer, right?
The lawyer, which I barely even fucking know, right? I met this guy at a clap meeting, and I didn't even know his name at the time. I've seen him like once or twice. I recognize his voice. That's about it. He gives me a phone call, and he's like, this is urgent. We got to talk. I'm like, all right, where can I pick you up? I pick him up from Legion Square. I bring him down the resort, and he starts telling me like, Enzo was, saying your name, da, 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 da. And I'm like dead tired. I'm like 14 hours awake. I don't give a fuck about what he's saying. I tell him, listen, I already know this, whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. Conversation ends. I give him my car. I go to sleep. Next morning, I wake up. Hookah Block executed Enzo, and the police department watched it happen.
And this motherfucker died?
He's dead.
Holy shit.
And they believe that one of the lawyers spilled the beans. The reality is
shit.
that Hookah figured most of this out. Knew who was in there and knew what he was in there for and the things that he was saying. And she killed him for it because he effectively fucked her family and ruined her connect. He ruined it for the rest of them. I then find out what happened next. I've been dealing with this for like 48, 72 hours. Fucking what happened next? Monty was taken into custody and put in for the 9s before I woke up.
Yeah, I think I heard about that this morning.
And I was so convinced, like, did this dumbass go and just say a bunch of shit? Like to the police? Like unnecessarily? And we're getting the recording, but he is swearing that he didn't say anything. He is swearing that he only, that we spoke. But they got his phone records. And they're using the
fact is a good story.
That I called
some good RP, it sounds like.
To get a lawyer for Harry. And the fact that he texted me that he's busy right now and he'll get back to me as like proof that apparently I was involved. I think they think that I fucking told it like I'm involved with the killing. Like they made all this shit up. Like somehow because I called Monty and because Hookah called me, that somehow I orchestrated this killing of a guy that I don't even know through a lawyer that I don't even barely fucking remember his name till now.
Why, did they subpoena like a bunch of records and see like phone calls attached to you or some shit?
Well, so that's what's even more fucked up is that Monty got phone calls from Hookah, I guess when he was in interrogation, and the phone records show that. But the subpoenaed records don't actually show what's a missed call and what's not. So they're trying to paint the picture that he's been in constant communication with the fucking killer. It is so insane. And now here's what makes it worse. I got a mole inside the PD that can go to these meetings that they have.
Damn, that's sick.
At yesterday's meeting, somebody, she didn't know who it was. I'm assuming it's Bobby because he's the lead investigator on Monty's, on the records that were filed. Bass was there and this guy, and they announced in the third shift, the one that comes to Tsunami, in which they said that they believe Sophia is the coke kingpin and she's the number one suspect and to look into her. And that I'm the lead suspect for the murder of this guy. and that the other individuals involved, Andrea, Wingman, and then other people that are completely irrelevant. And that's just the surface. That is just the fucking surface. It is so bad. And so after talking to Monty, after looking at this report, and hopefully listening to this recording, which is Monty's not lying to me, they are literally going off speculative information and throwing people in for hut. It is so bad. I'm going to give you another example, is that while I went to Bolingbrook because I wanted to talk to Hooker and be like, what the fuck happened? Why the fuck is my name going in this? And I'm telling you, I have not been involved with this coke shit. I did not make any phone calls. Somehow my name is coming into this for God knows what reason. One other piece. There's a guy named Scuff Tony.
Yeah, I know Scuff Tony.
Scuff Tony
that's actually his name now.
Pin it on us. Why? I don't know. I don't even know. Like, I've seen this guy like 3 times in my fucking life.
Wait, Scuff Tony's trying to pin it like by saying he was Tony, or what do you mean?
No. He's trying to pin it on like Otto and like Sophia and myself and shit. And I know this from a guy named, his name's Scruffy, but the way he was talking was pretty open and honest. Like, Scuff Tony told Scruffy this. I don't know if you know Scruffy. I just met the guy, but he was pretty straightforward. He just wants his coke, and he doesn't want to get in the middle of this shit. And he's like, Tony was standing there. Scuff Tony was standing there saying how he's planning this whole elaborate thing.
Well, so do the blocks know that Wingman, or in their mind, do they think Wingman is involved?
Somehow Wingman's name came up. I don't even know. He was at the casino, but he didn't do anything.
Well, I can tell you why.
Drea was there, and then Drea wasn't, because he was a block and shit.
Wingman was a block, and he left, and they've despised him ever since for that.
And that may have something to do with it. It may have something to do with the fact that he's fucking with us. So they're like, let's go pin this whole thing on them. But what's so fucking insane about it is, like, I'm just thinking about, like, how the fuck is the PD coming to the conclusion that I'm even remotely involved based on what information? And if Monty is saying it's true and he's in for the 9s, how fucked is that? And it's so bad that, so I went to Bolingbrook yesterday morning to see if I could, talk to Hooker Block and like try to understand like what the fuck happened, quite frankly. Like, how the fuck she went from picking up this guy to being upset to like literally apparently executing this dude. I ran into a woman named Layla and a guy named Ricardo, Enzo, something like that. The 2 people that used to work at Otto's Auto in the morning shift. Those 2 are in there on a fucking drug trafficking charge.
Yeah, I spoke to
Layla
them as well.
has a complete, clean record. She is literally losing her mind. She was crying to me on the phone because I felt bad when I heard her charges. I'm like, listen, I'll look into it. She can't find any lawyers, so I wanted to like find someone to like help her out. Mm-hmm. And this morning, she was telling me her story, and I was just utterly shocked that they, due to one plant, they're throwing her in there. She has no access to lawyers. There's no fucking trials happening. So she's stuck in there forever.
That's the most fucked up part, is the fact that there are no trial dates being set for anything. And motherfuckers are like, oh, you can just be out on bail. Yeah, you can be out on bail, but bail is just being in jail, but at least you get to see the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't change much.
What can you do? You get a fucking parking ticket and you're fucked?
I don't know. This shit is so fucked. I got some fucked up shit I've been dealing with too, to be honest.
Like what?
So I've been having issues where I don't know if it's cops, I don't know if it's random ass motherfuckers, I don't know who it is, but cocksuckers keep coming up into this parking lot and requesting cars for impound, right? Mm-hmm. And then my car got requested for impound, and it was illegally parked in a parking lot. So I lost my shit. I got real petty. I fucking set up this guy, grabbed him, put a fucking bullet in his head, told him to stay the fuck away from my car. He was getting a little mouthy, a little cheeky, thought he was being smart, pissed me off, so I clapped his ass. Later to find out that they put fucking Nancy, CEO of the company here, held till trial to subpoena her phone records.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Over, because I fucking shot the guy, and I guess, whatever they found out, they thought she was involved. Ended up subpoenaing her phone records.
Who's signing on this?
I don't know, but they're signing off on everything. And the craziest part is, this cocksucker's alive. Now I know attempted murder, is still, in essence,
Like,
a
it's
crazy
bad,
charge.
sure.
It's bad, sure. But even in the city, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just feel like the cops are looking for any reason to take us down, ever since the Bassman shit, where I feel like they feel they lost their opportunity to do it.
And it's so it's so triggering to me because my record is like, I have no violent felonies on my record. I've not been caught with drugs. I've been found with guns. I'm not like there's nothing there. And so for some officer to listen to a hooker who is a block, a man that is known as Scuffed Tony, and a guy that sells cocaine in front of the apartments and says, "Oh my God, criminal mastermind over here." The only thing I want to do is actually just blatantly do crime and literally kill every fucking police officer.
I feel the same fucking way. You have no fucking idea. It's fucking driving me crazy. You ever see Godfather?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever feel like watching the whole movie just felt like this looming feeling like he's about to get fucked at any moment and he eventually gets fucked? That's literally, I feel like that's our lives right now.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. It's just, I don't know. Like, it's a little, I don't know, unsatisfying to some degree. Because, I just kind of like, well, I might as well just fucking rob banks all day. Like, it's just, I don't like the fact that my name is being put out there on blast with zero information. I mean, you saw what, like, I told you what Pred did, right? Like, okay, granted, Ray fucking blasted him for God knows what reason.
Yeah.
But for him to like openly, and the police department to openly like just say, I killed Drea and I did this and this and this, did not go after the actual person that went after her. What's going on, Lando? Yeah. Tell her no. Yeah. My brother. Oh my God. Okay. Let if you could let Sophia know that I left the city temporarily, I'd appreciate that. Yeah. Say you got a phone call and he went to Alaska. Yeah. Okay, pretend you're not talking to me right now, right? And just let it know in 10 minutes and then I'll take care of it. It's not a big deal. All right. Take care. Okay. Fuck, what was I saying? Yeah, it's oh yeah. They literally just like painted me as this like fucking murderer. I fucking killed Bossum, this and that, for whatever fucking reason. And then they never went after her fucking killer, like fucking Johnny Doodle. They refused to do it. They were using that as an excuse to dig into my life for no fucking reason.
Well, the tactic is to kind of take a case and then use that as an advantage to kind of go after everything, right? I mean, like, even so, like with the Nancy situation, like at the end of the day, justifying getting her phone records, sure,
Yeah.
I could see it, right? Maybe witness testimony, this and that. But then they went after her bank records.
What?
Yeah, which I don't really understand. Now, the argument could be made, oh, they wanted to see, if Lang maybe paid her or some shit. But it's like, that is the weakest argument to get a warrant signed. Like, you're looking at her transactions, like you're going into her personal life, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So
who is signing these?
I have no idea.
I generally respect the DOJ. I'm just gonna say it. I think a lot of court cases, people don't listen to their rulings. But whatever the fuck is happening right now is like, no, someone doesn't give a shit and might just be signing everything. Like,
well, I mean, if you think about it, right?
Signed the 9s for Monty.
I mean, think about it. These motherfuckers all just got their fucking jobs yoinked from them, and some of these motherfuckers have been doing this shit for years. It's probably all they know. You know what I mean? They probably feel some type of way about it. They don't give a shit no more.
Okay, well then step down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the step down is the mature choice, right? Motherfuckers just want to be petty.
the thing that's scary about it is it's not the first time. Like, scary thing is, I wonder if there's like judges just like chilling with cops and like signing shit to get on the good side. Because I don't know. Like, the burden of proof is so low that you could do anything. And I don't know when it turned into fucking CSI Miami. And it happened ever since the DOJ got dismantled.
Well,
Like
I think in the long run, being able to vote in people that we actually trust and know is going to be better for us. But for now, I mean, shit, I saw those same two people. Why did I go? I think I went to the jail because I wanted to see Nancy. Or I forgot why I was there, but I ran into these same two people, and I'm like, "Hey, are you guys lifers or temps?" They're like, "Oh, we're in for the nines." I'm like, "What the fuck happened?" And they explain, the same story, I'm like, "Okay, you got a court date yet?" "Oh no, I mean, not for another 2 weeks." They said we won't even get a court date until after. They were told they would get a court date after the DOJ election.
What?
It's like, what? Are you expected to be in here? Oh, sure, you can get fucking bail, but what is bail? Bail, in essence, sometimes it's even worse because you're just tempted by everything just to go back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then you lose your cash.
Yeah, and then you lose your cash.
I have my clap meeting today, and there's at least 8 lawyers that are signed up for it. So I'm actually thinking, I don't think it's going to work. It's a long shot. But in that Constitution, we have the right to a speedy trial. And given that it is publicly announced there is no trial, they need to release everybody.
I mean, if that works,
I don't know if it's going to work. It would. I mean, technically, if they do not give a court date, it is against the Constitution. Now, if that works, I have no fucking... It probably won't, right? But I'm just out of options right now. Like, I'm gonna just stay on the run. They can throw me in.
I mean, I won't lie. I feel like if I fart in the wind, in the wrong direction, it's a lot of heat coming down, and quite frankly, it could be justified at the end of the day. I know. I get. If I take a step back and try to get like a third person view or perspective on it, the cops, are essentially trying to take down the big dogs. But I'm waking up now, like, not really knowing what the fuck I can or cannot do or what the repercussions are going to be. I mean, even today, like, I got into some sketchy shit with Dean and Leslie earlier. That's why we had to leave. And like, just my whole mentality was shifted. I didn't want to get pulled over. I didn't even want to fucking talk in an accent, nothing. I just didn't want to deal with the cops at all because I felt like they would find a reason just to fuck me in my ass.
Well, that's kind of what it is. Like, if you were caught, like, moving weed, right? Okay. But this shit doesn't add up. Like, it's not like we don't do crazy shit. I literally move hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of shit every fucking day.
I mean, that's what I'm fucking saying. Very similar. I mean? We've gotten caught doing crazier shit, and these motherfuckers are like, oh, slap on the wrist, go to jail. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm here chilling, and boom. Big investigation, we're coming for your ass. It's like, motherfucker, catch me on the shit I'm fucking doing, cocksucker. I'm out here every day fucking running weed. None of motherfuckers blink an eye.
I mean, that poor woman. She's never done anything in fucking... She's lost all her jobs. She used to work for Fastlane, autos, you name it. She has one plant. Now she's like a fucking drug trafficker. Get the fuck out of here.
How do you even define drug trafficking? That's what I've always wondered. There's no way having a plant in a car, like, that's got to be like just possession at the end of the day, right?
So the reason is, it was meant that you're supposed to have a pattern or something, but it might have been mildly changed. In her circumstance, she had a plant. Her buddy had 5 plants. And when they raided his apartment, which apparently she had keys to, which I don't know how they found that out. He had a scale in there.
But what does that prove, though? The scale...
That was enough. Apparently that was enough.
But we live in a world where you need a scale to roll a joint.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Hers was personal.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, what if she just wanted to smoke some joints? She can't, you know what I mean? She can't not use the scale to roll that shit.
Yep. I mean, the thing is, like, even in her circumstance, at least it makes somewhat of sense. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened with your case. I don't know what the hell's going on with mine. Like, the police department is licking the fucking, listen to goddamn blocks and fucking hookers and shit.
Well, at the end of the day, when I think about it, I don't mind the response. I just maybe mostly wish it was consistent across the board for everybody, right? Because I can't tell you how many times, you know, me or people around me or people I even know have tried to kill a cocksucker, has been not necessarily caught for it, but all evidence leads to that person being the one that did it, but nothing ever comes of it. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. Like if there was heat for when things actually get real, this would not feel so, I guess.
Like here's an example, right? So if we rewind back to the election, you weren't here for it, but our events got attacked every single day. Like I'm not even joking, you know, every single day there was an attack at our event. I'm begging the cops, please catch these guys. Like the entire day we're flying the blimps around. The cops were literally threatening to shoot us out of the sky because we were peacefully driving blimps around the city that was saying vote for Denzel. Okay? I get attacked by literally an attack fucking helicopter. Cops didn't care. Another event, we get attacked, cops don't show up, they don't care, yada, yada, yada. And you fast forward like 2 weeks later, I take a helicopter to go save like 6 people, including Andy from the mountain that they got injured at. I fly it to the hospital. Then I was going to go fly it away to put it away. We end up crashing. Cops arrest me, take my pilot's license, threaten to give me terrorism, and pretty much just try to do everything in their power to fucking fuck me in my ass. And it's all based on a photo of the helicopter crashed on the ground, and it's because I was wedged in between the 2 front seats. They were claiming that I was driving or piloting.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and it's crazy. And then, you know, and then when the opposite's being done, and I'm like literally needing help from the police officers because, you know, our employees are getting fucked, this, and that, and the third. It's like, oh well, sorry. No, we'll look into it.
I still remember the fucking Ripley bullshit where he'd rather sit there and turn on his fucking, you know, sirens and then become petty about it. He allowed civilians to get fucking kidnapped because he was mad that we told him to get off the property.
Yep.
I don't know. It's
I feel like from those days till now, like it's just kind of ramped up more and more. And then the Bassam case kind of just fucking propel things to a point where they're like, we gotta do whatever we can to catch these guys.
Yeah, but why don't they use some fucking common sense and brains? Like, I don't know. Like, I can't hold the cops necessarily accountable at this stage when they're not the ones who are signing off on hut charges, subpoenas, and whatnot. But well, maybe I mean, that's the point.
In reality, Pred is mad with power. Okay, Bass going to chief of police, no disrespect to him. I thought it was going to be, you know, aside from all the things he's done, from all the conversations, I feel like he's always wanted to do good. I don't feel like he's done shit since he's been in that power. And then Pred is just going crazy. Like crazy with power. I mean, even Amber Gold, I heard, was like in the MCD now. Like she's a detective or some shit. And it's like...
Really?
Yeah, and it's like... You know, she... You know, busted a major case. Has she taken down, you know, massive... You know what I mean? It's just like, what the fuck is going on here?
She tried to go into the Vanilla Unicorn and get permission from me to get access to the streaming servers.
Jesus.
Interesting. I don't know. But yeah, I want to tell you about Drea. Like I said, with the shit that I've been seeing, and I'm sure you've been seeing, Drea's innocent just being in the vicinity of this clusterfuck. You know, you don't know how far they're gonna pull the string.
Well, here's the thing. You want to hear my opinion? It's kind of fucked up. I truly do not think we can do anything about anything, Nino. We can warn these people. We can, you know, separate them, this, that, and the third. There's always going to be another reason. I truly think this is just the lives we have to live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where if your name is brought up, oh, you know, Nino. Not even that. It's just if some guy you never met before killed somebody and he said, oh, yeah, you know, I drove past Nino's house on the way to go kill this guy. We got to investigate Nino. You know what I mean? Oh, Lang gave me a ride to the airport. Oh, we got to investigate Lang. Or, you know, Lang's cousin twice removed, who's fucking Nino's cousin twice. You know what I mean? It's like anytime your name is brought up, it's like, oh, we got to look into that. Which is fine. I get it to an extent. You know, investigate, you know, make sure you investigate every corner, right? But And you start fucking subpoenaing phone records, bank accounts, rating, all this kind of shit that's signed off on the weakest shit on the planet. It's like, how do you battle against that?
I mean, we could start using those big popsicles. I got a lot of materials.
I wish we lived in a world where people give a fuck about that shit. Because, not to be this kind of guy, but this cocksucker who fucking towed my car, I thought I instilled the fear of God in him. 5 minutes later, he's with the cops. Probably rambling about everything. Dropping names, this and that. What can I go do? Find this guy and put another bullet in his hand?
That's yeah. I wish, honestly, this guy that got popped, he deserved what got coming to them, right? But you can't stop, you can't instill fear in anybody, right? Especially when they try to bark up the wrong tree.
Yeah.
I got my hands on a burner phone.
Oh yeah, me too.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I've been carrying it around all day. I'm just waiting for them to try and do some shit to me, and then when they want my phone records, I'm just give them the phone. And here you go.
You sure you want to unlock them?
I mean, what are they gonna go read? It says burner phone. And be like, oh my god, it's a burner phone. I hope not.
That's what I'd be afraid of, because the moment they use it, Yeah, I gotta talk to you a little bit later, if you don't mind. What's the? Could you give me a quick summary? Yeah, I got it sorted. I forgot to give him a contract, and instead of it turning into a mess, I told him, kind of strong-armed him to pay 2 weeks up in advance, and I got him sorted out. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. We got to get those sales up. Nobody's fucking doing any work except myself. Getting annoying. All right. Okay. Talk to you. Bye. All right. Yeah. I don't have shit on my phone. I don't. My records are good. I'm definitely not a coke kingpin. Oh, okay. I take that back. I just got a new line of like actual shit.
Really? Hell
like,
yeah.
Not G Fuel. I'm waiting for the meeting. I don't know prices or nothing like that, but apparently it's not the dog shit in the casino.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I am so removed from this fucking G Fuel shit. I don't even know what kind of shit they have. If it's some good shit, if it's some
bad.
trash shit, or what?
It's awful. It's really bad.
Well,
and crack is back on the street.
What?
Yep. When I said real shit, I mean real shit.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
I'll know more in the next 24 to 48 hours, but yeah, it's out there.
Very
Anything
interesting.
Else? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening right now. We need to sync up more.
Yeah, I know.
It just gets so fucking boring. Like I literally,
you know what it is, right? It's me and you we like to be the heads of the snake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so sometimes we have to surround ourselves with the tails.
Well, not wrong.
To get shit done. That's why we don't. You know what really stopped it too? Heist, man. Who the fuck is robbing a bank anymore?
Yeah.
You really think about it.
I mean, I couldn't be fucked when I hear about.
Yeah.
Like,
do you got the energy if I said let's go hit a bank right now? I fucking don't.
No. I mean, I don't want to play fucking.
Yeah.
Okay, helicopter, 5-minute refuel.
I can't stand that shit.
Ban this, ban that. I mean, how do you do anything creative? You literally just tell them your plan.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, something I found out yesterday is that seaplanes are gone.
What?
Yeah,
why?
I don't know. And some of my favorite plans required those planes. Literally, some of my most favorite plans that I think about this today, I was like, man, those plans were fucking wild. Required those planes, and they're gone. So.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah. Anyways.
Match over?
I don't know. I have no idea. But good talks. I just got to take a pee real quick in the corner.
Hey, just one thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, this goes without saying, but I would recommend not. I wouldn't even like. I gave Penny a bit of a heads up about what. Oh, Adam is also being looked into. Why? I have zero
The
idea.
cops hate Adam.
Well, I don't know why his name's coming up. But if it has, I don't even think he's related to this shit, but the way that they've been casting their line, just, keep your, I honestly think that we can't tell anyone shit because
I'm not gonna tell
they may
anybody.
accidentally say something jokingly. And then next thing you know, our doors are getting kicked in.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Not that they're going to find anything, but I'd rather
Well,
not
you
sit
never
in
know
jail
either,
for like
right?
3 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even if they don't find anything, they'll still find an excuse to make you feel like they did, right?
Mm-hmm. Not wrong.
Sorry, Nino. I really gotta pee.
Yep. I'll see you later, baby.
All right, baby.